something I forgot to say in the last video apparently. I guess since I slightly forgot to take into account Kappa when AK. Though I'm pretty sure I joked that ever since it was implemented, everyone thought it was gonna be the YouTube ad Armageddon that would basically be like the extinction of either the dinosaurs or the Permian extinction. But anyways, obviously with Asuna here, this is general audience, and with Asuna here, that means it's a magic product opening. As the title would suggest, it's Theros Beyond Death time. This time, got me the one benefit to Amazon, it's good pay. Still would not recommend as a job. But at least it'll fund this opening and eventually my streaming product, my streaming equipment. But obviously that means I also we can start things off with the buy box promo of Theros Shroud Veil, 4 white and a black for the legendary enchantment creature God. Indestructible, requires devotion to white and black. 7 white and black. And the interesting part, at the beginning of your end step, put a coin counter on another target creature. If the creature with the coin counter would die or put into exile, return it under your control. Now let's get on to some Theros Beyond Death. Rares and Mythics I'm hoping to pop open. The Simic Titan, the Temple Cycle, Nyx Lotus, Ashiok. And maybe and of course the gods. Either their regular form, regular art, or their new altar art. Now the interesting thing is they actually arranged the rare placements. So, oh dang! We are off to a good start with one of the cards I want. Nyx Lotus. 4-drop legendary artifact that enters tapped, but you can tap to choose a color and add amount of that color equal to your devotion to that color. Off to a good start, dang. Worn a Chain, Alter Caulifeble of the Sea, Hydra Growth, did not expect to start out strong with one of the rares I actually want. I can definitely ask my friend if he wants this. A foil Gallia of the Endless Dance. Red-green for a legendary creature satyr with haste that gives your other satyrs 1/1 and haste. And whenever you attack with 3 or more creatures, you may discard a card at random. If you do, draw 2 cards. And an Arasta of the Endless Web as a regular rare. 2 green for the legendary enchantment creature Spider with reach that whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery, create 1/2 Spider token with reach. Heroes of Revel, Banishing Light, Mire Triton. Pack. If you hear me coughing or the tone of my voice, I've been recovering from a fever. Ooh, nice! Nylea Keen-Eyed. 3 green, legendary enchantment creature God with indestructible, requiring 5 devotion to green to make it a creature. Creatures cost 1 less, and 2 and a green to reveal the top card of my library. If it's a creature card, put it in my hand, otherwise put it in the graveyard. This is gonna go lovely in my dinosaurs. Siona, Captain of the Pleiades, Sea God Scorn, Phalanx Tactics. So already we got one of the gods and the Nyx Lotus. Not bad, not bad. This is going way better. I'm having more luck compared to the Battle for Zendikar video. Regular guy of the Endless Dance. Triumph of Annex, Nessian Hornbeetle, and One with the Stars. Satyr Token, Mountain, Wolf Willow Haven, Channel Land, tap additional land. Man, I'm sorry for the blurriness, but if you could see the foil on Wolf Willow Haven, the eyes that give off the wolves, it's like when you flash a light at and it triggers the animal's night vision. You know those photos? Amazing. Bronze-Hide Lion. Green-white for a 3/30 cat. Pay green and white to give it indestructible, and when it dies, return it as an aura with basically the same effect, but loses all other abilities. Mystic Repeal, Daxos, Blessed by the Sun, and Underworld Fires. Shatter the Sky. Each player who controls a creature with power 4 or greater draws a card, then destroy all other creatures. Destiny Spinner, Reverend Hoplite, and Elspeth's Nightmare Saga. Ooh, and here we go. A temple. The Temple of Deceit. Adds blue and white. When it enters, scry one. Nyx Herald, Whirlwind Denial, and Agonizing Remorse. Goat Token. Ooh, a foil Banishing Light. Oh, and an Erebos Black-Hearted. 3 black for the god Erebos. Requires 5 devotion to black to become a creature. Whenever another creature you control dies, you may pay 2 life. If you do so, draw a card. 1 in black to sacrifice another creature, and target creature gets -2, -1 until end of turn. Entrancing Lair, Commanding Presence, Sweet Oblivion. So, in terms of the other gods, just need Heliod, Thassa, Perforos, and Clothis. Well, got up Thassa's Oracle. Know that the game ending 2 blue for a 1/3 wizard, which does crazy stuff when you have a lot of devotion to blue. Basically, look at the top card of your top X cards of the library with X being devotion to blue, 1 to hand, top a library with some bottom order, but if X is greater than your library, you automatically win. And my dog was smart enough to scratch to open the door. Good girl. War in a Chain, Blood Aspirant, another commanding presence. Thrix, the Sudden Storm. Suddenly appearing as the next rare. 3 blue for a 4/5 elemental giant legendary with flash flying and spells with converted mana cost of 5 or greater cost 1 less and can't be countered. Rise to Glory. Drag to the Underworld. Stinging Lionfish. The Temple of Abandon. The red-green Scry 1 land that enters intact. Regular Khalifa Beloved Sea, Chainweb Apnir, Shoal Kraken. But yeah, I gotta say, definitely gonna love that Erebos in my Sidisi deck. Ooh, Foil Mountain. Nice. And a Phoenix of Ash, fitting with the 2 mountains. Just need 1 more mana to get my Flying Haste Phoenix. That also I can pay 200 red to give +2/+0. Has Escape for 2 red and exiling 3 other cards. And when it escapes with 1 counter. Renata, Call to the Hunt. Impending Doom. Enemy of Enlightenment. Goat, Swamp. Ooh, Pelucranos Unchained. Nice. 2 black and a green for the legendary Zombie Hydra that enters with 6 1/1 counters on it, or 12 if it escapes. If damage would be dealt to Pelucranos while it has 1/1 counters on it, prevent it and remove that many 1/1 counters from it. 1 green and a black to have Pelucranos fight another color, and its escape cost is 4 black and a green, and 6 other cards from the graveyard. Thundering Chariot, Altered Art Annex, and the Binding of the Titans. And here we have the other cycle, the Intervention cycle with Heliod's Intervention. X and a white to either destroy X artifacts and or enchantments, or to give a player twice X life. You dropped Twice Favored, Fairy's Brand Brawler, Hero of the Winds. I guess technically since it's an uncommon legendary. But you know. Thassa's Intervention. X and a blue to either look at the top X cards in your library, put 2 to hand, and the rest of the bottom of the library in a random order, or counterspell unless it's a controller pays twice X mana. Faithful End, Reverend Hoplite, Cling to Dust. That's just Billy thinking there's gold under the house, when the true gold is in these cards. Ooh, Planeswalker time. Elspeth, Sun's Nemesis. 2 white for the legendary Planeswalker Elspeth. Now obviously interesting is all minuses, no pluses, but can repeat multiple times with their escape cost of 4 and white, and 4 other cards from your graveyard. Anyways, -1, untap 2 target creatures you control. Up to 2 target creatures you control each get +2/+1. -2 to create 2 1/1 human soldier tokens. And -3 to gain 5 life. Dreamstalker Manticore, Enemy of Enlightenment, and Sweet Oblivion. So yeah, funny enough, at my pre-release, this kid managed to get an Ultra Art Ashiok, along with his pre-release pack having the Ultra Art Cultist God of Destiny, and his winning pack also happening to have Cultists. Meanwhile, here is Dalakos, Crafter of Wonders. I'm sure anyone has seen the Commander Knights episode. 1 blue and a red for the legendary Merfolk Artificer to add 2 diamond mana, aka Colorless. Spend it only to cast artifact spells or activate abilities of the artifacts, and equip creatures have flying and haste. Acolyte of Affliction, Soul Guide Lantern, and Glimpse of Freedom. More goats. Timmerick Calls the Dead. The Enchantment Saga, with Sagas 1 and 2 being put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then you may exile a creature enchantment from your graveyard. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie. Then at the third, you gain X life and Scry X, where X is the number of zombies you control. So pretty good and okayish in a zombie tribal deck. Slaughter Priest of Mogus, Entrancing Leer, Hydra's Growth. The Eidolon of Obstruction. 1 and a white for a 2/1 with first strike, and loyalty abilities of planeswalkers your opponent control cost 1 more to activate. Fun in an anti-Super Friends deck. Better call the Legion of Doom. Devourer of Memory, Destiny Spinner, and a Threnody Singer. Oh, hey, the 2/2 zombie token for the Tiamat Calls the Dead card. And Mantle of the Wolf with Enchant Creature to give it +4/+4 for 3 and a green. And when it's put into graveyard from battlefield, create 2 wolf tokens. Also got Archon of Falling Stars, Cultist's Design, and the Sage of Mysteries. Ooh, we get an Ultra Art Calyx of Calyx, Destiny's Hand. For the 2 green-white legendary Planeswalker Calyx. +1, look at for loyalty. Again, I really wish I knew how to do things other MTG people do. But look at the top 4 cards of library. Reveal an enchantment card from among them, put to hand. Rest of the bottom library in random order. -3, exile a target creature or enchantment you don't control until target enchantment you control leaves the battlefield. Basically make your gods banishing light. And -7 to return all enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Also got Escape Velocity, Citizen Petitioner, and Acid of Life's Bounty. Alright, we got a wall token here. Ooh, and actually my favorite of the interventions for Commander. Nylea's. X and 2 green to either search library for up to X land, reveal them and put to hand, or to deal twice damage to creatures with flying. Obviously, I'm more in line with the land search for some of my decks. Staggering Insight, Careless Celebrant, and the Field of Ruin. Satyr. Foil Brine Giant, with that costs 1 less for each enchantment. And Dream Trawler, one of my 2 MVPs at my pre-release. The other being Thassa. Anyways, 2 white and 2 blue for a 3/5 Sphinx that whenever you draw a card, it gets +1/+0 to uncertain. When it attacks, draw a card, discard a card, it gains hexproof. Mischievous Chimera, Regular Art of Annex, Favorite of Irolas. Aphima the Cacophony, 1 and a black for a 2/1. Legendary enchantment, Harpy creature. With at the end step, you may exile an enchantment from your graveyard. If you do, create a zombie token. Grey Merchant's reprint, Rika Spawn, and Laguna Band's Storyteller. But now to try to go into turbo mode just in case my battery dies on me. Lure of the Unknown. 3 black and a red to reveal the top 6 cards of your library. An opponent exiles a non-land card from among them. Then you put the rest into your hand. That opponent may cast the exile card without paying its mana cost. Acolyte Affliction, Elspeth's Nightmare, and Shoal Kraken are the uncommons. So let's see, I'm pretty oh right, Tiramit's the last remaining demigod left. Relevant Revelers. Turnica, a Crowan Veteran. 3/3 Vigilant Legendary Creature Human Soldier for 1 and 2 white. Whenever it attacks, untap another target creature until end of turn. Has base power and toughness of 4/4 and indestructible. Dream Shaper Shaman. Wolfwillow Haven. Underworld Dreams. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the Professor's going to have an easier booster box game with Theros Beyond Death, if it hasn't come out yet, by the time I upload this. Archon of Sun's Grace. 2 white for an Archon with Flying Lifelink. That gives Pegasus creatures you control lifelink, and constellation of whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 Pegasus, which has an interesting combo with a Lorwyn, or was it Shadowmoor card that makes everything an enchantment. Mischievous Chimera, Cling to Dust, Demise Prophecy. Oh, hey, spider tokens. An Underworld Breach. 1 red to make each non-land card in your graveyard have escape, with their escape cost being equal to their mana cost, plus 3 other cards from your graveyard. At the beginning of the end step, sacrifice Underworld Breach. No doubt gonna be a stable card. Shimmerwing Chimera, really good in Limited, in my pre-release, when it didn't die. Minions return, favorite Virolas. Ooh, and we get the Shadow Spear. 1 mana of any color for a legendary equipment artifact that gives your creature +1/+1, trample and lifelink, with an equip cost of 2, and also 1, which may arguably can be done even when it's not equipped, to make permanents your opponents control lose hexproof and indestructible. Hero of the Nyxborn, Dawn Evangel, Inevitable End. What Thanos tried to be. The inevitable. Kraken Forest. Ooh! A foil Idyllic Tutor. 2 and a white to search your library for an enchantment card and reveal it. Put to hand. Then Storm Herald. 3/2 Human Shaman for 2 and a red. To that when in ETBs, return any number of auras from your graveyard to the battlefield. Attach to creatures you control. Exile those auras at the beginning of your next end step. If those auras would leave the battlefield, exile them instead of deploy them anywhere else. But my god, that foil Idyllic Tutor. Lord knows how much it's going to be, or how good it'll look in either Narset or somewhere else. But Narset kind of still comes to mind. The Tentacle token for Nadir Kraken. Ooh, hey! And speaking of Tiamat, here's his, not only his altar art, but his foil altar constellation art. Also, well, we get, like, holy shit, that's cool. 2 black for a 2 and a star creature, for 2 star. For the legendary enchantment creature Demigod, with his toughness being equal to Devotion to Black, 1 and black. To exile up to 2 target cards from graveyards. Gain 1 life for each creature exiled this way. Anyways, Dryad of Iliasan Groove. 2 and a green for the enchantment creature Nymph that lets you play additional lands, and your lands you control are every basic land type. Heliod's Punishment. Definitely good if you got a Trox set. Reflection, Protean Thaumaturge. Constellation to make that when an enchantment enters under your control, you may have Protean Thaumaturge become a copy of another target creature, except it has this ability. Scuffles Maze Warden. Oh, wait, what do you know? Four packs left. Let's see what's in them. Can we get Ashiok? Wolf Token, Swamp, Haktos, the Unscarred. 2 red and 2 white for a 6/1 Human Warrior Legendary. Attacks each combat of Fable. When it enters, choose 2, 3, or 4 at random. Has protection from each converted mana cost other than the chosen number. Slaughter, Regular Tiamat, Bertha Moedas. Oh wait, the Pegasus token. Plains. Treacherous Blessing. 2 in a black. That when it enters, draw 3 cards. Whenever you cast a spell, lose 1 life. And when it becomes the target of a spell or ability, sacrifice it. Furious Rise, Nessian Wanderer, and the Mirror Shield. Reflection Token, Forest, Foil and Exploring Seaguard, and finally a use for all those Go tokens to get them sacrificed to Woe Strider for 2 in a black. That enters with the Go token, and when you sacrifice another creature, scry 1, 3 black to have it escape, along with exiling 4 other cards, and it escapes with 2 1/1 counters on it. Fateful End, Trendy Singer, Hateful Eidolon. Last pack. Well, at least if anything, I got Nyx Lotus. I got the Dryad that's good for lands. 2 gods that are pretty good. Ooh, and just what I also need for Sidisi. Honestly, thank God. 4 black for Gravebreaker Lamia. For an enchantment creature, Snake Lamia with a 4/4 life linker. That when it enters, search your library for a card. Put it into the graveyard, then shuffle your library. Spells you cast from your graveyard cost 1 less to cast. And this card is making me think of swapping Sidisi out for Muldrotha. Foul Memory, Nessian Horn Beetle, and Theros Enraptured. So that is it. This has been a really good pull of really good cards. The highlights definitely being the foil Idyllic Tutor, Erebos and Nylea, and of course the Altar, and of course the full art Calyx, Destiny's Hand. All the other cards are great in their own way. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you like this and would want to see more, either openings of Magic Boxes products, or maybe a round 2 of Theros Beyond Death, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm still thinking of changes to the channel. This is Samurai Jack for now, and I will see you next time whenever I decide to upload. Lord knows if I'm probably still gonna do Kids' Choice Awards. I might do. Just really depends on the categories or something. Okay, bye.